Morning, Megan. How are you doing?
Morning, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks. Megan, we're getting a lot of requests from our Microsoft partners at the moment about the IR35 rules and also the changes that are happening in April this year with the off-payroll rules. I thought it'd be really great to get your expert advice just to highlight exactly what the changes are and what they need to be aware of. So if we could just dive straight in, what is IR35 in simple terms?
So IR35 is a set of rules. It was introduced by HMRC it's basically ensuring the right tax and NI is paid by individuals. What they're doing is they're focusing on contractors. They're looking at contractors who have their services provided through a PSC, which is a personal service company. They're focusing on that particularly. HMRC is looking to assess, is this contractor genuinely self-employed? Or actually, are they working in a manner just like an employee? Are they looking like an employee? Yeah. And the reason they're so interested in that is because employees pay more tax. So they'd get more income tax if more people were employees. So it's about the revenue.
Yeah, fantastic. So what are these off-payroll rules then?
So yeah, these are the new rules coming in force for private sectors in April of this year. It's an extension of the IR35. So it's used interchangeably often, and it's still about, look, who's paying the right tax? Is the right tax treatment applying to this individual, this contractor who's putting their services through a personal service company? But what the difference is with the new rules in April is the dividing line. So there's going to be a dividing line between small companies. Mm-hmm. They're going to stay on the old IR35 rules that exist now. And then there's going to be medium and large companies. Then they're going to start moving on to these new off-payroll rules coming in April.
Yeah, that's really clear. Thank you. So a lot of our Microsoft partners do use a few contractors on projects. What is it that you'd say is the takeaway for them?
Okay, so for them, what they need to start first is say to themselves, do I fit into the new rules? Am I, or are the clients I'm using my contractors for medium or large? So that's the starting point. And what HMRC has said is, in terms of medium or large, these are the criteria we're looking at. If you've got an annual turnover of over 10.2 million, a balance sheet of over 5.1 million, more than 50 employees. So if you've got 2 or more of those, you fall into the medium or large category. You're under the new off-payroll rules. So that's where they need to start, Microsoft partners. Then what they need to do is they need to move on to an audit. Okay. They need to build up a picture. What have they got contractor-wise? Are their contractors working through PSCs? What written terms of contract do they have with those individuals? Does it look like load control? Is there a right of substitution? So start assessing the paperwork, start assessing what's happening in practice. You know, does it look like actually these contractors might be employees, disguised employees? That's where they need to start.
Yeah, fantastic. Why is it important for them to get this stuff right?
Okay, so in terms of getting it right, it's important to get it right because if at the end of the day you've got you don't account for the right tax and NI, so you start off doing the status determination and assess them, then you move on, the right tax and NI needs to be deducted because they're an employee. If you don't, we start building up backdated tax and NI. If there's backdated tax and NI, there's penalties and interest, and you know HMRC is going to go for you. And also they can look anywhere up and down the chain to see whether they want to recover a debt from you. If they want their tax, they think tax is due, HMRC can look up and down the chain and it could be you. So it's really important for the Microsoft partners to kind of get this audit right, get clear on what exactly they need to do.
Great, that's really fantastic stuff, Megan. Thank you very much. And for the Microsoft partners listening, you can always reach out to Megan O'Hara at megan@law365.co for any further advice that you need. Thank you, Megan, for your time. Really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thanks, Kim.
Thank you.